Hi there, Nicholas. It's great to meet you. I'm Dave from Hey You Guys.
Hi, Dave.
The movie's been a little bit of time between this and the first one. Was it always something you wanted to return to?
I really had an idea of doing another installment of Ghostrider when I was promoting the first movie. I was dressed in black leather with my jacket and my pants and my motorcycle boots because I used to enjoy that personally, just dressing like that. I was comfortable in it. Then I went to Westminster Abbey and I wanted to look at all the famous people, and there was an environmental summit with the Archbishop of Canterbury and the Pope of the Greek Orthodox Church, and there was a bishop from Denver, Colorado, and he introduced me to them. But there I was, dressed like a biker with these leaders of a spiritual church, different churches. I thought, well, Ghostrider has a right to be there on the other side. And then the bishop looked at me and he said, oh, and by the way, I can be naughty too. And that got my wheels spinning. Why not do a Ghostrider movie where he's in league with the church and he's working with them in some way? And it took a little while to get the script there to accommodate that concept, but it finally did happen. And so this is Spirit of Vengeance, and that's the genesis of it.
And the director's obviously changed, and we were chatting with Mark a little while ago, who mentioned that when you were in your character as Ghostrider, you put war paint on and you put contacts in, and you changed your whole personality on set.
I had to. I had to, so that I didn't feel absolutely absurd walking around the set as Ghostrider. I had to really believe I was the character on some level. And in a way, it's like the first actors, you know, like they were medicine men or shaman in ancient villages before Christianity. They would use masks and act out these characters and channel different spirits from other dimensions to talk with the village. And so I just thought, well, I'll try that. Let's see if I can do that. You know, all actors hail from that, so I'm going to jump into my inner medicine man. And so I put on this sort of Afro-Caribbean voodoo paint and the contact lenses, and I wouldn't say a word to anybody. And the fear that it created in the other actors and even the crew just fed me to believe I was this entity.
Well, have you ever had to do that before in any other of your movies?
No, this was a first. But then again, I was doing something that was outside of our reference point. I was trying to project an entity from another dimension entirely, something else. So that also meant move differently. And I thought a lot about cobra snakes and the way they would rhythmically dance back and forth with this sort of occult eye on their back, and then they would attack after they put you to sleep. And that's actually in the movie, which I was excited to see.
Brilliant. And I know Mark is a bit of a crazy director in that he likes to get his rollerblades on. Is there something that you, while filming, is there something that you remember from filming that was just completely bonkers?
Well, you know, I never thought they were bonkers. Mark is this sort of George Hamilton-looking dude, circa 1968, you know, like around the time Hamilton was doing The Power, that really, like, handsome guy, but he's also incredibly macho, and he's always risking his life, as you say, on rollerblades or on wires, holding on to motorcycles. I didn't think it was crazy. I thought it was exciting, and there's a lot of directors that are poetic with the camera, but there's only these guys that are poetic and daredevils with the camera. And for me, I just got into it with them. They would put me on wires and shoot me out of cannons or whatever it is they're doing, and I couldn't think twice about that, nor would I have, because I was in the Ghostrider state of mind, so I wasn't really myself.
There's been talk of The Rock or Con Air 2, and I just wondered if there's any truth in that, or if you'd be up for doing it if there was a script in the future.
I would love to work with Mr. Sean Connery. I mean, Sir Sean Connery, he's one of my favorite people. So yes, Con Air, absolutely. But who knows? You know, I don't know. You have to really take everything with a grain of salt about the things you hear and read about.
Yeah, so there's no truth in that at all at the moment?
Not that I'm aware of,
okay.
No.
Well, I hope it does come to fruition one
Well,
day.
it would be interesting to work with them.
And what's next for you? What have you got coming up in the future?
I'm talking about a few different things, but nothing is definite yet, so I would be remiss to say I'm certainly working on this or that, because I don't know just now.
Fantastic. Okay, well, it's great to meet you.
Nice
Thanks
to meet
so much
you.
for your time today.
Yeah, thank you.